CRESCENDOlini, dream awake my inner genie. Great crescendo through the window. Happy New You are. 2020 CRESCENDOlini, dream awake my inner genie. Enter portal 2020 vortex into inner sight. 2 years merge and converge, 2019 to 2020, rising like the Kundalini, traveling on Ascension wave, future power of ancient days. 31st of midnight hour, ending thus to re-begin, opening up my inner power, and from darkness I transcend. 2020 CRESCENDOlini, dream awake my inner genie, enter into something new, merge with all that I once knew. Happy New Year is twofold, marriage of the new and old. Happy New Year, N-E-W. Happy New Year, K-N-E-W. Yes, there is nothing new other than what I once knew. 2020 CRESCENDOlini, dream awake my inner genie. Great crescendo through the window. Happy New I am. 2020 CRESCENDOlini, dream awake your inner genie. Great crescendo through the window. Happy New You are here. Welcome, beloveds. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to the first day of the best of your life. Welcome to the divine remembrance of who and what you are. Thank you for coming home to yourself. Thank you for remembering who you are. Thank you for knowing that you make a monumental difference in the expansion of life in the universe. Thank you for loving on yourself. I am Astarius, Miraculii, and I'm loving you with the passion of heaven. I appreciate love you. I appreciate love me. And I appreciate love the all that is, and our creator source, spirit, wrap. Ow! released that piece in the year 2000. So, it's as of this day or January, which is in a few minutes. It has been out for 20 years doing its work. And prior to being released as an album, it was my own personal prayers and the personal prayers of my wife at that time. She's now my once upon a wife. I'm her husband. Thank you for receiving that. When I share, I pray that invocation every day of my life. And it's called Spirit Rap, and it's the title track of my album, Spirit Rap. So honored to share that with you. And the piece 2020 CRESCENDOlini, if you didn't get your copy, there's copies that are available in a little basket on the table. And that piece was just written a couple of weeks ago in one of our visioning, I was inspired in one of our visioning meetings we had at the conclusion and Om and just a prayerful ending. And all of a sudden I heard Spirit say, this is a CRESCENDOlini. And I didn't know I was going to write that piece at that time, but then it was born. And so I'm so honored to share that. I'm sacredly drunk here as I share with you, this. And I want you to be aware of the amazing power associated with this 2020 frequency. It's not just a new year, it's also a new decade. And even beyond that, it's a new century, because it was 100 years ago that we experienced a master number year. See, whenever we get double digits, it's a master number. 20 standing equally by 20. That's a master number. So the last time we had one was 100 years ago when we had 1990. And the next time we'll have one is 100 years from now when we experience 2121. So be mindful of the amazing frequency that is available to you, to me, and to all of us as we step into this amazing frequency, 2020. 20 standing equally by 20. A representation of the all that is, the oneness of the wholeness. You also can decipher deeper into the resonance of I am that I am. 2020 is an access code to I am that I am. That's what God from the burning bush on Mount Sinai said to Moses when Moses was commissioned to go and tell Pharaoh to set the children of Israel free. So Moses said to Creator, well, if I am to do this, who should I say sent me? What is your name? And Creator out of the burning bush said, I am that I am. Tell them I am hath sent you. I am is the most profound name of God. And I am is the name that we all share in the family of life. Just like in a family, everyone shares the same last name. In the family of life, we all share the name I am. Name of God, I am. Your name, my name, I am. So why is it that Creator says Creator's name twice? He didn't just say, I am. Tell them I am that sent you. He said, I am that I am. Tell them I am that sent you. Creator saying, I am in heaven, that I am also on earth. I am above, that I am also below. I am God, that I am also man, woman. I am God, that I am also goddess. I am eternal awareness, that I am also temporarily human forgetfulness. It's the all that is. And so it is with each of us. So what am I talking about when I say, yes, there is nothing new, except that which we all once knew? You see? It's the new N-E-W and the new K-N-E-W. See, what is the resonance of that? In the sense of our transition from the year 2019 to the year 2020, that means that 2019 is the new N-E-W. And 2020, as we are stepping into it, is the new year N-E-W. See, K-N-E-W is that which we have emanated from. K-N-E-W is formlessness in the womb of creation, unfolding down the corridors of forever. See, everything that will ever come to be is an already existing reality in the womb of creation. It is that which we knew in E-W, K-N-E-W, excuse me. See, that's formlessness. The K-N-E-W is formless reality. The N-E-W new is form reality. Yes, there is nothing new except that which we always knew. You see, 2 years merge. Or let's take it from the beginning. 2020, CRESCENDOlini. Dream awake my inner genie. We have within us an inner genie that can fulfill every wish. There is something inside of us that is an infinite possibility thinker and an infinite possibility creator. And we access this infinite possibility creator, this infinite possibility thinker through the inner child. That's the little elder. You want to have access to your godhood, then you're going to have to go by way of your childhood, your inner childhood. Adults are the offspring of the child. Let us ponder this a while. When we arrived upon this earth, were we grown up, or did the child come first? Adult that I have come to be is offspring of the child in me. Who can tell the total truth without the purity of youth? Who has fun in all they do, and to their feelings oh so true? Who can ride upon the wind, whose growing is a constant trend, and who has love for the stranger, till programmed with the fear of danger? The child within shall never die. The greatest truth of you and I, growing up is never done, till everyone's elder is the little one. So let us ponder this a while. The blueprint of heaven is in the heart of the child. So let us follow the wisdom of the little elder, inner child, access code to Godhood. We flow with that reality. 2020 CRESCENDOlini, dream awake, my inner genie. Enter portal 2020. Vortex into inner sight. Outwardly, we speak of 2020 vision as a really good vision. But here we're talking about 2020 inner vision. To see with the first eye. Most of us call it the third eye. But is it first before the two or third after the two? Of course, it's first before the two. Not that third eye is incorrect. Third eye is just not the deeper name. And I loved it when I've been calling it for the third eye forever. And then some years ago when I was living in Atlanta, I was introduced to the terminology of this inner seeing as first eye. And then my relationship with that capacity to see deepened. See, third eye is like being invited to a beautiful friend's home and they will visit with you in their living room. You're a good enough friend that they can visit with you there, you know. But all friends cannot see the inner sanctum, the bedroom. Now here we're not talking about sexuality. We're just talking about when someone is that close to you, that you'll visit with them. They can sit on the side of your bed and you can reason and share, wisdom and just share it together. But it's only a certain kind of friend that has that access. That's the access that you get with First Eye. So I invite you to call that I by its deeper name, First Eye. And that's one of the things that 2020 makes available to us. So 2 years merge and converge, 2019 to 2020, rising like the Kundalini, serpent fire, creation force within the root of our being. And so 2020 is a catalyst for awakening the Kundalini. The Kundalini is part of the great CRESCENDOlini. And the CRESCENDOlini is the great crescendo. And I love it because the Creator was kind enough to just bring all of these waves of downloads, all this stuff that's come in the last week to something like that. So know the power that is available to you. I've got some more to share, but before I do, I think I got to bring this didgeridoo out. I mean, I am the didgeridoo after all. They tried to call me the didgeridoo, Some people saw me, here comes the didgeridoo. I thought for a minute, I said, no, if you have any kind of didgeridoo name for me, I'm the didgeridoo. I never even heard of the didgeridoo until they tried to call me the didgeridoo. So I'm going to bring some didgeridoo out, and when I do, we're going to harmonically converge with the midnight hour. I want you to really be resonant with what it is that you're intending into being as we step into this next cycle. And as you are intending and visualizing and invoking, know that it also already is. There are two stages of reality. The first stage of reality is formless. That's the great femifestation. We all know about manifestation, but I tell you what, femifestation is formlessness unfolding down the corridors of forever. And everything starts with femifestation, which is the womb of creation. And you are pregnant with every blessing that will ever come to be, embryos within your soul, though human eyes have yet to see. And all the poems I share with you are from my book, which is called Miraculii, Song of Ascension. I highly recommend it if I say so myself. But let me grab this didgeridoo. And also, I really call upon all of you that are deep emotional beings. We want to have ocean of emotion in the room because that's creation force. In our society, we're trained away from that. Somebody starts to cry, the average person says, oh, don't cry. Pretense, I care about you, don't cry. But many times they say, you're making me very uncomfortable, please stop crying. So we live in a society that trains us away from our feelings. But so much of our power is in our feelings. So when I play this didgeridoo, if it feels big and bright, show that feeling on your face. We want some cheek-busting smiles in the room. And you might have some, And then also, if you feel it, you're able to, very softly tone with it. First softly, though, like you were toning into the heart of a baby. And then we'll take it from there. Let me grab my big instrument. Tell we're ready for it. I'm starting with the biggest one. Some don't mind that at all. I love you so much, this healing frequency given to you and me and every being in all existence. And we also harmonically converge with every midnight hour, which we have 24 time zones on our planet. So we have 24 midnights, and we call them all into harmonic convergence. And we also call into harmonic convergence the moment the universe was created to harmonically converge with our own personal intentions. Deep breath, audible sigh. Mine's getting hot. I think we need to have some sound wizard. So in a minute, the brother's going to bring my track sound wizard on, and going to dance for you with my crystal wands. So I'm dancing the resonance. Oh, okay. Okay, Spirit. Anything to say? Anything to say? You say, take it all off, I will. So, as I offer this dance, you're positive just one moment. As I offer this, I want you to harmonically converge with the intention that I'm holding. I'm dancing the reality of the birth of our universe. I'm dancing the reality of the birth of our soul. But it's a very wonderful, mysterious something about the creation of our soul. You know, because we are that which was created, but also one with that which did the creating. Even though we have a beginning in a soul and body, we also carry all of the memories of God, all of the Akashic records, the book of God's remembrance. That's all in us. So I'm dancing the reality of the oneness of our being. And if you feel like you want to move, you're welcome to it. Here we go. Sound wizard. Wait, no, that's deep space love. We need sound wizard. Crank him up. That was Sound Wizard and the title track of my album, Sound Wizard. So thank you for dancing the dream awake. I'd like to have Deep Space Love very softly to my speaking. Thank you, God, Goddess. Oh my God. So we have now in the background the resonance of a piece I call Deep Space Love from the album Deep Space Meditation. We're coming home to who we are. We're in the resonance of forgiveness. Forgiving any mistakes we feel we've made. We not only exonerate ourselves, we also exonerate every being in all existence. We forgive, we forgive, we forgive. And we say, trust and forgiveness, the sacred twins. Trust brought us to this earth. To heaven, forgiveness ascends. The rage of resentment blocks the lessons we must learn. And the darkest of relationships then constantly return. The weapon of resentment breeds the horrors of our pain. And distrustful ones will come to you until you trust again. Forgiveness is the master key, opening the cage to set you free from distrust, misery, pain, and strife from those you feel have wrecked your life. Who can do a thing to you that you yourself did not create? Will you place blame outside yourself? Or was it you who wove your fate? The past you reap, the future you sow. The present collects the debts you owe. If you had not the need, there would be no dirty deed. Much wisdom to be gained from the center of your pain. Forgiveness is a must, for it teaches you to trust. Suspicion is a hungry beast that rips away your inner peace. Let go now of past resentment toward fallen love of yesterday. If not, your past repeats itself and steals the joy of this great day. If you don't forgive the past, you can't trust the present. And you then attract a future untrustworthy and unpleasant. Forgiving the past, trusting the present, making the future sweet and pleasant, blessing the darkness, making it bright, reversing the tide, and freeing the light. And so we also call in the spirit of abundance. And just let Goddess follow that. Spirit of abundance. You know, some people say, oh, I don't want to make a lot of money. Well, somebody says that would lie about other things too. It's the medium of exchange, and it is a crystallization of value. Or it's a valuable, but it's a microcosm of values. So here we be. You want some abundance?
Yes!
Money, money crystallized, stream right now into my hands. Golden sun within me rise, let abundance take a stand. I allow the manifestation, big financial compensation, great success, come along, sing with me, prosperity song. I am filled with inspiration, gold now fills my situation. With my heart I thank you, Lord, all I want I can afford. Let it not only be for me, let all the world be rich and free. Let love and peace and truth abound in my life, the world around. In my hands be ceaseless action, bringing wealth and satisfaction. With God vision and reflection, see my money's resurrection. Blessings here and all about, courage, faith, and wisdom sprout. Gold for me is everywhere, and with all I ever share. Let good fortune go before me, right beside me and behind me. All with money now adore me, with gold and emeralds they adorn me. Here's the vision I now see, my love has brought reality. Oh yes, it does exist for me. The angels have now set me free. So in order to bring in the full measure of the abundance that you want, and I'm sure that some of us have the intentionality to manifest more abundance in this 2020 cycle that we're stepping into. And one of the ways in which you can manifest this abundance, a little bit lower in the volume, brother. The way we can manifest this abundance is by harmonically converging with all of the abundance that exists within the whole universe. See, abundance may have many variations of manifestation, but the frequency of abundance is one. So when you see someone else being abundant, you want to say, oh my goddess, oh my God, look at how abundant I am through that part of me. Look at how much money and abundance I have through this part of me. You own the abundance that you bear witness to, and definitely don't be jealous. If you're jealous of the one who has the thing that you want, you're jealous of the thing that you want and unconsciously pushing it away. So one of the ways in which you call forth your abundance is by being in sacred celebration of everyone who has that abundance. Don't go around and say, oh, they have more money than they need, or anything like that. But oh my God, you see, this is the soul jump start. Just like one car jump starts another when the battery's gone down. But what do you have to do? You have to hook up the battery cables. You initiate the soul jump start, and one car jump starts another. When you say, oh my God, I'm so rich through that part of me. I have so much health and wholeness through this part of me. Now you've linked up the telepathic battery cables, and you initiate the soul jump start. And you jump start yourself into that prosperity that you're witnessing within another. So that is one of the ways in which you own your abundance. You are one in the frequency with all of the abundance that is, was, or ever will be. Love has many variations of expression. and yet the frequency of love is one. So be aware of that and be in the oneness of the wholeness. Oh, the oneness of the wholeness, oneness of the wholeness. The great manifestation, the womb of creation, the primordial cause of all manifestations. Manifestation, the second coming of reality, is born of emotion in its totality. Thoughts and feelings create all forms, and blessings thrive before they are born. So through great prior appreciation, flood your life with manifestations. The great manifestation is eternal, a never-ending formless stream of life. If manifestation is your only thrill, you're in the grips of fear and strife. Forms will come and forms will go. This is a truth that we all know, and all things of time and space at some point will be erased. Faith is the substance of all desires, the evidence of that which is not seen. So celebrate the unseen goodness, and all the riches of form are now yours to redeem. When the miracles of your life are still sleeping in the void, skyrocket your gratitude and they come leaping from the void. You are pregnant with every blessing that will ever come to be. Embryos within your soul, though human eyes have yet to see. So see with the eye of mind and heart into infinite realms of the great unseen. Choose wonderful feelings without concrete reasons, and all the riches of the kingdom are now yours to redeem. The great manifestation, the womb of creation, the primordial cause of all manifestations. I appreciate love you. I appreciate love me. I appreciate love our Creator Source. Thank you for loving who you are. Thank you for remembering that you make a monumental difference in the expansion of life. Thank you for knowing that life is better by virtue of you, and that that's even true when you are in human forgetfulness. And when you are in human forgetfulness, there's a greater expanse of who you are that is divinely remembering that which you have forgotten. Thank you for coming home to yourself, remembering who you are, remembering what you're for, remembering where you're from, remembering that you're divine. What was lost you have now found. Remembering, walking on wings and riding the bliss Ascension brings. Danusi Driamu Awaku. Danusi Driamu Awaku, dance the dream awake. Radum Blais Esuta Weya, riding the bliss Ascension brings. I am the part of you who is Astarius Miraculii, loving you with the passion of heaven. Be sure to get your copy of 2020 CRESCENDOlini. My website is on there. If you want to reach out, you can do so. I offer some wonderful things. I won't even go into what they are, but they're quite delicious. Because I'm Miraculii, the miraculous one. And I have some treasures I want to share with you. So I think the thing that I want to conclude with, because in a little bit, where are we, Stu?
We're good.
How much time we have?
We have at least 10 to 15 minutes, actually.
Oh, okay, we like that. Oh. But I still feel this is a good moment. You know that piece, 2020 CRESCENDOlini, also I did several variations of it. It was on all my social medias, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And so be sure to check some of that out. Some great downloads, a lot of things I didn't even go into tonight. But I found this wonderful beat, because I feel like I want to give an offering to the rap community. And that I have some messages that I think would really facilitate some growth there. So, you know, that hip hop rap or the hip hop beat, you know, 2020 CRESCENDOlini hip hop. I'm gonna bring it forth. And this is new, I just did this, but we can do it anyway. Even if I trip and stumble, I'm loving myself no matter what. I love myself with the passion of heaven. Woo. If you knew how much I'm loving myself, you'd be dancing all around. Can you start it at the beginning? Because I didn't hear the intro. CRESCENDOlini, dream with my energy. Enter portal 2020, vortex into inner sight. 2 years merge and converge. 2019 to 2020, traveling like the Kundalini, riding on Ascension wave. The future power of ancient days. Power of ancient days. 31st of midnight hour, ending thus to re-begin. Opening up my inner power, and from darkness I transcend. 2020 CRESCENDOlini, dream awake my inner genie. Enter into something new, merge with all that I once knew. Happy New Year is twofold, marriage of the new and old. Happy New Year, NEW. Happy New Year, KNEW. Yes, there's nothing new other than what I once knew. Yes, there is nothing new other than what I once knew. 2020 CRESCENDOlini, dream with my inner genie. Great crescendo through the window. Happy new I am. 2020 CRESCENDOlini, dream with your inner genie. Great crescendo through the window. Happy new you are. CRESCENDOlini, dreamer with my energy. Great crescendo through the window. Happy new I am. 2020 CRESCENDOlini, dreamer with your energy. Great crescendo through the window. Happy new you are. So I want you to that's only the second time I performed that one. The first time was when I did it on the social media. So that was wonderful. And I'm grateful for the courage that I have to step out and do something that I don't know, you know, like in a second nature way. And I invite you to do that. You know, go for whatever you want in your life, and you know, be in the emotional honesty of whatever is the resonance that you want to step out into. Because your business is not how someone reacts to it. Your business is to throw down. Your business is to share who you are. And I'm so grateful when I reached that place where I would throw down without worrying as to how someone else was receiving it. You know, that represents a tremendous amount of self-love. You know, even when we can stand in the face of other people's judgment. And, you know, the world is still reeking a little bit with a lot of self-hatred. And the self-hatred is what causes many to be hating on others. So when someone's hating on you, then you want to say, do your life and grow and get clear. I'm loving you from over here. Always keep your heart open. You know, don't turn your back on them. And when we see others behaving horribly, let's remember or see a higher vision. Rather than seeing them according to that running of amok or whatever low vibration they're in. Because if we see that, then we're becoming an affirmation to that. We're breathing life force into their darkness without knowing. A lot of us do that. And we feel so justified, you know, because I'm living this way and they're all down there, you know. No. See a higher vision. I don't care how horribly they're behaving. See a higher something. Then you will have made a meaningful deposit in their soul bank. They may not make that withdrawal for lifetimes, but it will be in their soul bank, accumulating interest until such time that they grow and evolve into readiness, and then they will withdraw that deposit you made for them. And when you make a meaningful deposit for another being, you make that same deposit for the universe by extension. That which you give to an individual, you give to God by extension. When you're in relationship with someone, no matter how they're behaving, know that you're having a rendezvous with God. You see, even if you give up your heart and they don't even reciprocate, don't get pissed off. But know that not only did you give it to them, you were giving it to God through them. And that Creator Source always appreciates your gift and will always reciprocate the blessing back to you. Except if you get pissed off because they didn't reciprocate, then you poison the returning gift. So you never can waste your love. Some people say, I wasted my love on them. You can't waste your love on any being, because the inner sanctum of that being is God, Goddess Almighty. You're always having a rendezvous with God. And when it comes to the resonance of your relationships, remember, relationship, everybody sees it as a couple. But in greater truth, relationship is a trinity. There's you, there's me, and the third party is us. Now, us is wiser than you, and us is wiser than me, because us is the combination of both of our energies. Us has got your back, us has got my back, us is not going to hurt you, us is not going to hurt me, because us is the access code to God.